As many of the world's industries suffer in uncertain economic times, revenues for the video game and interactive entertainment industry go from strength to strength. In 2009, they're expected to reach $57 billion. Traditionally, Asia and the United States have supported the biggest video game markets. But Europe has now sneaked into second place, ahead of the US. And within Europe, there's one small country that's punching well above its weight.
Guns, violence and mayhem. No, it's not Glasgow on a Friday night, but just one example of the product coming out of a country making a real impact in the video games industry.
This is one of our high growth sectors. So in terms of employment, in terms of growth prospects and in terms of international reputation, it's extremely important to us.
And at the heart of Scottish gaming is the city of Dundee.
For such a small country, we have an incredible amount of games companies per capita, and indeed in Dundee, I think most of the Scottish games companies are here in Dundee.
Dundee has produced a very rich community of game creators and game developers, but this isn't the first time they've done it. You know, they did something very similar with the comics industry back at the sort of the middle of the 20th century.
But today you'll find Dundee's real hubs of innovation at game companies like Real Time World, which employs over 200 and created the multi-award-winning title Crackdown.
It's done about 1.8 million in sales, so it was one of the top titles released in 2007. You can see the guy's got a lot of awards, game development awards, BAFTAs and whatnot for the title, so it was a huge success.
Earlier this year, Real Time Worlds bagged $50 million worth of venture capital from various international investors to develop further formats. No mean feat for a Scottish outfit.
Real Time Worlds has attracted the biggest private sector investment of any Scottish company this year.
But Dundee is also home to tiny BAFTA-winning companies like this one.
Dynamo Games is a studio of 9 now. We've been going for 5 years. We mainly create mobile phone games.
Dynamo's mobile games may not quite have the wow factor of a Crackdown, but it's cleverly targeted a mobile video game market growing 20% annually and predicted to be worth $14 billion globally by 2012.
2 billion handsets in the market now, and that's astonishing. And if you can tap even a small fraction of that audience, you've got something absolutely enormous.
Yet the city's magnetism for gamers is far more likely due to this place, Abertay University, home of the world's first degree course in video game design.
Really the first course to really offer the really kind of technical depth and expertise, you know, for the student to come out and so they could actually get a job in the games industry.
But this diagram on the wall of Abertay's games department, charting the games industry's history here, offers another clue as to why video gaming has blossomed in Dundee.
It's absolutely been, you know, the most critical thing.
I guarantee that you will find this man.
The phenomenally successful Grand Theft Auto series was originally created by an Abertay graduate and is now produced in Edinburgh by Rockstar North. Earlier this year, GTA's latest incarnation sold over 3.6 million units on its first day. In its first week, it pulled in over $500 million.
GTA 4 is the biggest entertainment launch in history.
It just shows you that Scotland is at the front of the industry.
An industry with apparently one major strength.
What drives these games in Scotland is creativity.
And provided they can maintain that originality, it seems Scotland's game developers are well placed to take advantage of a market that shows no signs of cooling, given that last year software sales in the UK grew by around 25% to over $2.5 billion.